Hello and welcome to Swaniac Productions. Today we're going to be reviewing Game of Thrones, Season 8, Episode 3. If you haven't already seen it, then there's going to be a bunch of spoilers, so if you want to see it, probably don't watch this. I'm going to start at 46 minutes in. I'm just going to give my impressions, but first I'll just sum up what happened at the beginning of this episode. So basically the White Walkers are coming, and let's all be honest with ourselves, White Walkers are zombies, and they have a vampire king. If you kill the head vampire, then all the other vampires die. So there's the Night King, I think he's called, and they have to kill him. So we all know what's set up here. You have to kill the Night King, and if you don't, you lose. That's pretty much the ins and outs of it. For some reason, they decide that what they should do is that they should charge at the White Walkers with the Dothraki, and they should have a bunch of other guys standing in front of the wall in front of this big thing. Now, none of this makes any sense whatsoever. But luckily, one thing does help them out. The Red Lady comes, and it's not really explained why, as far as I know. I don't remember that being explained, but she just kind of walks up and says, I'm going to start making things, light on fire. So that's lucky. So she lights all the Dothraki swords on fire, and they go charge forward, and very predictably all get killed. Now, this is some of the worst military planning I've ever seen in my life. What you really need is a distraction, and you need to slow down these zombie monsters. And you're not really going to do a very good job of that by trying to kill them, because we fought these guys before, right? And they just kill everyone. That's what's going to happen. So I would think, maybe dig a bunch of trenches, and they'd fall in the trenches, and you could have various, things to help. If you wanted to use a dragon, then you could, put stuff in the trench, and so when they fell in the trench, you could light them all on fire, and you could put a bunch of flammable stuff at the bottom of the trench. And these guys seem pretty stupid, so they are under the Night King. I don't know if he can detect trenches or whatever, but it doesn't seem like he can. I would just have dug a trench. Instead, they put a bunch of wood around it, and luckily the Red Lady showed up, because there was no real way planned to light it on fire. They just had a bunch of wood, in a big circle, kind of like a wood moat, and then the idea was they were going to light it all on fire. I don't know how it was supposed to be flammable, but everyone tries to light it on fire, and it won't work, and they're like, we need to use torches now. This is after the White Walkers killed everybody. You knew that was going to happen, so they killed everybody, and they all retreated and went inside the castle. As we know, I'm only at 46 minutes, but I assume this all ends in the crypt and something about Bran. And I'm dreading a cliffhanger, because I just want the White Walkers to be over. There's just nothing to this plot. There's a Night King, and his motive is he wants to kill everyone, and he wants everything to be death. It just doesn't even make sense. He wants a cold, empty, dead world. So he's suicidal. Apparently he has some serious mental issues, this Night King guy. And he has a dragon, so there's that. So basically, they try to light this thing, and they can't. But luckily the Red Lady showed up, and I don't know what they would have done if that hadn't happened. And she lights this thing on fire. That doesn't work either. And the White Walkers get over, and they breach the walls, and we all knew that was going to happen. Meanwhile, second plot is that there's Daenerys and Jon Snow are riding dragons, and they're looking for the Night King. Well, first they go in, and they're like, oh no, these zombie guys are bad, so we gotta kill them. So they shoot flame at them and kill a bunch of the zombie guys, but not enough, because there's apparently an endless supply of them. Now, another thing about this that doesn't work with me is don't when you get killed by one of them, don't you turn into one of them? So why are you rushing out all of your troops to go get killed by the White Walkers? It seems like you would not want to do that. It'd be better if they all just committed suicide and you burned them all inside the gates. But for some reason they just wanted to give the White Walkers, Dothraki White Walkers, plus lots of horses. Not a lot makes sense, and it's rather sad. It just seems I think this is where they just decided to do their own writing. So it really has that feel of writing by committee, which is always bad, because it's just so many compromises and things don't make sense. One thing doesn't piece together with another thing. There's just no vision to it. And you could tell a lot of things that are happening to this point seem to be happening to set up scenes. So one thing did happen. The little girl who's all brave and stuff, I forget her name, but there's a big monster and big giant White Walker, and she runs up to him, and for some reason that makes no particular sense, he decides to pick her up and look at her like, hey, what are you doing? So that this is to set up the scene where she can do something valiant when she dies. Because they didn't want to just have her stomped on because she's kind of a cool character. So he's like, hey, look, I don't know why he's doing this. I'm not sure what the motivation of this zombie giant is, that he's just like, this one I'm going to pick up because she's little. I mean, he's just killing all the rest of them with his big club and stomping on them and stuff. Mostly with his club, actually. So I don't know why he doesn't just club her and like move on with his day. But he takes a special interest in her, and he's like, hey, how are you doing, babe? And she's like, whap, right in the eye, stabs in the eye with that black dragon's whatever, and he dies, and she does too. So she's dead now, which is sad because I liked her. She's the only character who's died so far in 46 minutes, which is surprising. A lot of other stupid things have happened. Jon Snow and Daenerys are fighting the Night King. He found them, and he's like shooting stuff at them, and a lot of this is very frustrating because the cinematography of Game of Thrones is what makes Game of Thrones. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful show, and they're really ruining it here. There's a lot of close-ups of action, so it's just all very confusing. Every once in a while there'll be a long shot, and you're like, oh wow, that's gorgeous, and then it'll be for like 1.5 seconds, and then they'll go back to like super close-ups on someone's like chest or something. It's just very frustrating. Then we have Arya. Arya's character, for some reason, so she starts out and she's on the wall and she's defending, and the zombies are climbing up the wall. They get up the wall and she's like killing them left and right because she's Arya, So she's this amazing assassin, and we've built up this whole story of what an amazing assassin she is, and she kind of has magical powers of some sort too, because she can kill like lots of people at once somehow. Through some illusion or something. Maybe that doesn't work on the White Walkers, but she's still like the super, super amazing assassin. So she, kills all these people, and then all of a sudden, for no apparent reason, apparently to advance the plot line, becomes very, very, very afraid of one of the White Walkers. He doesn't seem to be different in any way, but she just starts getting freaked out, and she's like, oh my god, they scare me now. Not sure why, but she's scared, and now she's in like a library. I don't know if she's in the crypt. So everyone's going to go to the crypt. I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but I'm assuming everyone's going to go to the crypt, and then something's going to happen, or else it's going to end on a cliffhanger, and there's going to be like White Walkers pounding on the wall or something. Is my guess. Hopefully they're going to wrap this up, because I want them to wrap this up so that we can get to all the plot lines that are interesting. But I'm just judging from what's happened so far. I just think this is going to go even worse, and there's probably going to be 7 more episodes of friggin' White Walkers before we finally get to anything good, and then there's going to be like 3 episodes that are good, and we're going to be left hanging, and they're going to end the Game of Thrones. So that's going to suck. But maybe not. Hopefully they're not going to do that. But anyway, so Arya's, now terribly afraid of White Walkers, and she's in this library. She's super afraid of all the White Walkers. A bunch of other stupid things are happening. For some reason, Sam, again, to develop his character arc, I believe, and, whether he's a brave guy or not, he is fighting at the front lines, and Sam is fat. Like, both Daenerys and Jon Snow are supposed to be pretty wise and stuff, and Sam has done all, he's solved so many mysteries, and the whole importance of Sam is that he's very smart, so he can figure stuff out. So he could be like, I don't know, an observation post or something, like saying like, hey, maybe I could figure something out, or like looking through scrolls in the crypt, or whatever the case may be. Well, for some reason they're going to bring this big fat guy to the front lines, and everyone's fine with that. I don't know why. Fat guys can be in shape, but Sam doesn't strike me as the type of guy who is in shape. He looks like he's totally out of shape, and would just be a liability on the battlefield. I know he's killed White Walkers before, but it's not like anyone thinks he's good at combat. And fat guys can be athletic, but even then, usually it's like sumo wrestlers or NFL players, so it's short spurts, So if they had a plan where he was going to be able to like fight for a little while and then go back and rest and then fight for a little while, they don't have any plan. And you don't see many marathon runners or soccer players or basketball players who are big and fat. It's pretty rare, because that you generally, if you get tired out, then you're gonna, not do well, and that would be the circumstance. But for whatever reason, Sam's out fighting. He's not dead either. I don't know where he is right now, but he's just kind of like, oh my god, I'm super scared, and he gets other people killed, and it's like, well, yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Oh, he got someone killed. Someone did die. Who died? Oh. Anyway, I don't remember their names. some important character died because Sam's an idiot, and Sam's all like, oh, I'm stupid. Oh, actually, that guy the bounty, or the mercenary guy who trained Jamie, that guy, he died. Because of Sam. Because Jon Snow's a fucking idiot. Oh, I probably shouldn't swear. Anyways, he's an idiot, and now Sam's dead. Or no, Sam's alive, but that other guy's dead. And he was cool, and now he's dead because Jon Snow and Daenerys were like, yeah, Sam, we're gonna like humor you and let you go fight White Walkers, which doesn't make any sense. Oh man, it's just really just detailing a lot of stupid things that have happened. And I wanted it to be visually impressive, and it's kind of visually impressive. I'm watching it on a laptop, so I'm sure if you have a bigger TV, it's probably more impressive. One thing I'll notice too is that I hate digital. Like, film was so much better, and this whole thing is like shot in the dark, so you get those like, you can see the delineation where the little choppy parts where because you can't get shadow on digital because digital sucks. So we're watching this digital abomination to begin with, and you can't do it at night. Like, it's all at night, and it's all very gloomy, and all these shadows like just make your TV freak out because that was a bad choice. This is just a bunch of bad choices, basically. Saria now is completely freaked out about White Walkers, and she's totally scared of everything. And for whatever reason, she crawled under a table with like no tablecloth, and she thinks she's hiding. I don't know why she thinks she's hiding, but she does. Here, I'll show you this. Right, so can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Anyways, she's hiding under the table with no tablecloth, and like her blood is making noise, and that's how they're gonna find her. I would just like look over there and be like, why is that chick under there? And now she's like annoyingly scared, by the way. Like, she's just overacting this. Well, she's probably not overacting it, she's probably acting it perfectly. And by the way, she had sex in the last episode, which I don't really care. I guess her character is 18, but she doesn't look 18 to me. Like, I don't know, like, probably people are commenting about that. Not really, not that I care, but that's something. So she just had sex yesterday with the blacksmith or whatever, and now today she's under this table. And another character who just decided to become different is the Hound. So the Hound also freaked out, and he's like, we're all gonna die, this is horrible. And then a different character is like, Arya's still fighting, and the Hound's like, oh my god, I love Arya, and so he like goes after her. Although I don't know what's going on there, but I assume that was to set up for him to like come and save her here. So that's pretty much where we're at. I'm not sure if there's anything else going on. Everybody else is in the crypt. The dwarf guy is like, I should be out there because I could come up with stuff. And what's her name? I should really know her name. The lady of the manor, whatever her name is, that redheaded chick who's had a really hard life. She's like negging him and just being like, you suck, and you couldn't do anything anyways, you just die, we're all gonna die. So there's a lot of that going around, a lot of pessimism here. It's kind of like 2016 after the election for the Democrats or something. So here we go, let's see what happens now. Okay, there's a monster. He's like, hi. Oh, now she crawled out from under the table. This is like, is this supposed to be funny? Like, he like looks under the table, and while he's why does he have to even look under the table? Like, there's nothing like covering it. Now she throws a book. I guess there's a lot of whites, and that's why she's scared. Now she throws the book, so they all go run towards the book. These are like the dumbest things ever. You should really be able to kill zombies. I feel like not being able to kill zombies is a problem. And now she just stabbed one of the zombies in the neck real quick with some dragon glass. Killed that zombie, that's good. Alright, let's be quiet. There's like flames in the background. She's all like, I'm out of here. So now she leaves. And she's gonna close the door so that they can like have the library, apparently. I don't know why there's a library. Now she's just standing there. And she looks forward, and then there's a whole bunch of whites in front of her or something. I don't know. No, now she's looking behind her at the door. None of this. Just, oh, there we go. And now they come through a different door. And now there's a whole bunch of zombies chasing her. Because there has to be a scene where she runs and gets saved by the hound. Right? Again, I'm just guessing. And again, it's all very like annoying cinematography. It's just like, it's just like, rah! I mean, for Christ's sakes. And we haven't seen any boobs in this episode yet. We haven't seen any nudity. Nothing really good is happening here. I almost want to show you my boobs just so you'll have something to look at, but I don't think you'd like that, so I'm not going to. But, alright, now these guys are some dude in a beard who we've never seen before, and a bunch of innocents are in what I assume to be the crypt. And, alright, babies, this scene is taking too long. I assume it's like building tension. Oh yeah, because we're looking at a staircase and we're waiting for the whites to come down. I guess they're also called whites. I don't know what they're called. White Walkers. I just, there's basically zombies, like cold weather zombies, with a vampire. Dorotha, everyone's freaking out. Oh my gosh. Sansa, that's her name. Sansa's the one who was necking on the dwarf. And lots of noises of struggle. Well, this does not look hopeful. There's like soldiers screaming, and there's White Walkers, and Sansa's like, this is spooky, what the hell? And then it all stops, but that's bad, because when there's no noise, you know that some weird shit's gonna happen. Probably. Not historically, there's been a lot of better stuff. So now, I don't know why, like they're wandering around the castle, so apparently they breached the castle, they're inside, and now we got these guys wandering around, the Hound, and that one weird guy, I think he was the guy who couldn't die, one of the Lord of Light cult members. His sword's on fire, because he's in with the Red Lady, I guess. And the Hound has an axe, and oh my god, I'm so bored. Like, make something happen. Cripe's sakes. And they're still wandering around. La 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 la. Lots of noises. It's gonna be like wandering around halls for a while, I guess. And the White comes in, and oh my god! Who's going to save Arya? Oh, actually it was the Lord of Light guy. Oh, but also the Hound. And now the Hound saves Arya again. It's like a thing. And now the Lord of Light guy is going to valiantly give his life, I think, to save Arya. Now the Hound's got her. Oh yeah, the Lord of Light guy gets killed, predictably enough. Oh, he's not dead yet. He's just stabbed and like running. Now, I think Arya's not going to die, and I'm not sure about the Hound. I hope the Hound doesn't die. He might die too. Oh wait, the Lord of Light guy might not be able to die. Although who knows if he gets killed by White Walkers. Maybe that's what'll fix it. Alright, they're fighting. The Hound grabs her. She's all like, no, we need to save the Lord of Light guy, and he dies. Again, predictably. And we're all like, oh my god, it's like a crucifixion scene. He's like going like this, and getting stabbed in the back. That's got a metaphor ringing to it. Allegory. Oh no, I'm dead. He's like, oh. Lord of Light guy comes in, now they close the door. And I don't know, I guess they locked it. Hoping that's gonna hold for a little while. Oh, and by the way, Bran earlier, he just, for some reason a bunch of people are like standing around him, and he went into, he's like, I'm going away now, and then he turned into a raven, or he went out of body into a raven, and he went hung out with the Night King, or like flew by him for some reason, and we don't really know why. Melisandre is her name? The Red Lady's in there. Oh shit. So the Lord brought him back for a purpose, and now it's been served, which means he's going to be dead. And Arya knows the Red Lady. I forget how. I'm not really that big of a Game of Thrones geek, but they know each other. Mom! No, just kidding.
Is that with me again?
Here we are. The end of the world.
Just some.
Is that actually been there forever? You're right about that too.
Brown eyes. Green eyes. And blue ones.
Yes, I've killed people with different eye colors. So so that was a reunion. It's really like just some entirely different thing happened here. Like new directors, new writers, new everything. Even maybe new cinematographers, cameramen. It's like the whole thing. So what do we say about death? Not today. And she's all like, that's right, not today. And then I don't know what. She's gonna run away or something. She runs and she's indoors in a room. I don't know where she's running to. Now there's whites coming to where Bran is, so this could be troublesome. And the eunuch guy, the other eunuch, not the bald eunuch, the one who got like tortured and stuff, he's there to protect with arrows with fire on the end. I feel like this isn't going to work well. Because it just wouldn't. And here they come. And now we're supposed to believe that the guys with arrows last for more than 2 seconds apparently. And here comes Evil Dragon. If you'll remember, one of the dragons turned into an ice zombie. So now the Night Lord or whatever is attacking the castle. And Jon Snow's like, yeah, motherfucker. And now there's a dragon fight, but it's too close up and it's making me angry. And it's this close up and we can't see anything that's going on. You can kind of see like the dragons fighting. Jon Snow is somewhere in there. There's blood. I don't know which dragon is which. It's kind of hard to tell. Everything's very fuzzy and dark. Now the Night Lord looks scary. And oh wow, somehow manages to almost bite Jon Snow's head off multiple times. For some reason, it isn't just like shooting his breath at Jon Snow when he gets like half an inch from him. And then Daenerys saves him, and the Night King goes flying off of his mount and onto the ground. And will you please kill that fucking dragon? Oh, right, now they're killing the dragon, and you're all like, yeah, trying to kill the demon dragon. And maybe they did kill the demon dragon. I don't know. Well, now Jon's dragon just crash landed. I don't know why. Why did he crash land? What's wrong with him? And now Daenerys is back. And they're still fighting inside the courtyard. So there's some guys there. That one guy's got a heart on for Daenerys. It's like, oh wow, I hear her dragon. That's good. She's like, oh dear, this isn't great. She's looking for the Night King. You gotta look out for it because he has a spear and he can throw it at your dragon, and then that will kill your dragon. Or maybe this will actually end. Come on, Daenerys, just be like, psh, and just like, Dracarys. And now she burns him, but he's not gonna die from that. Really? Come on. He doesn't look scared, so I assume he doesn't die from that. But if he does, that'd be nice. Then we could have like a follow-up, and like Cersei's troops could come in and be like, rawr, and then they could retreat. There could be a whole thing. Now, I wouldn't keep on flaming. She like flamed a little bit, but you know he's gonna still be there, and he's gonna be like, you know what, you didn't kill me with that. It's going to take more of the dragon flame to kill a Night King. It's gonna take Jon Snow in his thrusting store or something. I don't know. scene that should be cool, but now they're literally showing a close-up of the flames so you can't see anything, so you can get the big reveal that he's not dead. Oh my god, he's not dead. What a surprise. So he's not dead. He's all like smirking. See, your dragon fire didn't do shit to me. And now I got my spear and I'm gonna kill your other dragon, so take that. Oh god. How did she kill? He did too. Like, another dragon's gonna turn into an ice dragon? She's losing all her dragons. That's some shit right there. I wonder if there's any other dragon eggs somewhere. And now John's like, well, the dragon fire didn't work, but I'm pretty sure I can kill him with this sword because, well, I've died and came back, so whatever. Now he's running. It doesn't look quite right. The Night King is just like such a pointless character. And he looks dumb. Kind of like, who's that bad Star Wars guy with the red face and all the, face paint guy? He looks like that guy. Except for he has blue eyes and he's got like horns on his head. Kind of lame ass armor too. And I was like, I'm going to raise all of these dead people. And that's going to be problematic for you. Because when I raise all these dead people, they are going to be White Walkers. Which is why I would not have sent all my people out there because they were going to turn into White Walkers. So now he has to kill the king, Night King, before all these frickin' White Walkers come up and kill him. Just everything about this was poorly thought out. I really feel like, who was in charge of the planning here? And now he's screwed and just completely surrounded by them. So he'll need Daenerys to come back to save him if he wants to live. Oh, does he die again? Is Jon Snow gonna die? See, I feel like in the old Game of Thrones he would have died, and I feel like this one he very well might not die, because it's just a different thing. And, although it would be pretty, like, if he dies, I'll have some respect for the show, as long as he doesn't come back to life again. Although, then what's Daenerys' deal? It's all very nerve-wracking, too. Oh yeah, now all the dead people are coming to life everywhere, which totally should have been, like, expected. I mean, why is this surprising? And now the little girl, Knight, is coming alive too. She'll probably be extra badass because she was badass when she was alive or something. I think that's the mercenary guy. Maybe that is the mercenary guy. He's dead. And now it's all over for it, just looking very bad. Only Bran can save them or something. And now Jon he should be dead because there's like 500 White Walkers around him. And he's like, oh no. So the Night King's coming in, and now we need something mysterious and special to happen for the Night King to be killed. But I really feel like this is going to end on a cliffhanger. And so the Night King's like, well, that's not the Night King, that's just more White Walkers. And now Sam's girlfriend's all like, Sam, why didn't you stay here? Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway because you suck. There's a White Walker just kind of crawling through the wall. That can't be good. And everyone's like, weird. White Walker. That's gross. Now they're breaking through the wall. Also, so this is getting very typical, kind of last minute. And now Sam's wife, I think, just got killed, maybe? And somehow the White Walkers haven't killed these like 10 guys with arrows. And how flaming arrows are killing the White Walkers, I'm not sure. There's just like a little bit of flame on the end of an arrow that makes like part of them burn. Like, if they can just be burned like that easily, I feel like there's a lot of stuff you could do to kill them. Like, just like a little bit of flame. You don't need the whole, oh, there's Daenerys killing all the White Walkers. Somehow Jon Snow didn't die. So we're like, he was completely surrounded on all sides. But he somehow managed to not just immediately die and live long enough for Daenerys to save him, which is lame as